everybody, welcome back to Vera's View, where each week I run down Raw and SmackDown with my wins and fails. I'm going to start off with SmackDown this week. My first fail is The New Day. Yeah, I kind of even hate to say it because I love The New Day just as much as the next person, but I'm very confused as to what's going on. Right now they're doing this whole brand loyalty over everything shtick, and I don't get it. They, on Monday night, which we'll talk about in a few minutes, screwed over the Shield big time, costing them their Raw Tag Team Championships. And now it's Tuesday, and it's like nothing happened. They're the biggest faces. It's just really weird to me that it doesn't matter. Like, what? That's a bad guy thing to do. But the lines are pretty blurred right now. My wins, though, they started off with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. They are making fun of Shane McMahon and The New Day. Yeah, Kevin Owens brings up Shane McMahon's daddy issues, which I get a kick out of every time he does it. They start making fun of Shane's dancing. The New Day is quick to throw back about Sami's dancing in his entrance. Then they call the New Day puppets. I love the back and forth. It ends up with Kofi Kingston pinning Sami Zayn, but next week it's going to be Sami and Kevin, the best friends, versus the New Day. Well, hopefully, because apparently Kevin and Sami have been sent home from the European tour, and I hope it's not because of disciplinary things, because I don't want to see this cut short on my TV, because I'm loving them together right now. Becky Lynch versus James Ellsworth was a big win for me this week, took me back. When I was a kid, I loved seeing Lita in there with the guys, specifically Dean Malenko. She had a good run of matches with, but yeah, they're letting Becky Lynch do a lot more with James Ellsworth than Lita did with Dean Malenko, but nonetheless, loving it. He comes out with a Becky Lynch t-shirt on, big X through it. He's got these stupid leopard shorts that are hilarious. But yeah, she makes him tap out, and I'm eating it up. It's a great time for the women right now in WWE. And my last win for SmackDown Live is a huge one. It is AJ Styles is the new WWE Champion. This is completely out of left field. Last week it was announced that AJ Styles will be facing off against Rusev for the final spot on Team SmackDown for Survivor Series. Now out of nowhere, he's facing Jinder Mahal for the championship. And he wins. I loved earlier the night he's talking about at Survivor Series, he's going to become the Beastmaster when he slays the Beast Brock Lesnar. Well, now we get to see if he can put his money where his mouth is, because he's going to get that match. Really, really pumped for that, actually, because Jinder Mahal versus Brock Lesnar didn't look that good to me on paper, but AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar just seems a little more spot on to me. Yeah, but will they get rematches, though? Will Jinder have a rematch next week before Survivor Series? Could he possibly win it back? Or is Jinder in some kind of trouble? Is he, got a wellness violation or something wrong at home? I hope not. Like, why is he suddenly dropping the belt? I think they were intending for him to have a lot longer of a run where they're pushing this whole thing in India right now. But anyway, I guess we're going to find out with time. Moving over to Raw, my first fail is, of course, Jason Jordan. He is named the final member of Team Raw for Survivor Series, and I'm just like, what? Like, one of these things is not like the other. Do you remember that? One of these things is not like the other. One of these things doesn't belong. Whoever the song went, yeah, he just doesn't belong. It's weird. My last fail for Raw is Enzo Amore's promo. I'm sad because I think it could have been good. I am, pretty entertained by Enzo in general. But yeah, he seemed lost. The crowd just wasn't involved, and it was way too long. He was rambling on and on. I think he was just trying to save it, but there was no saving this one. It was bad. My wins, though, started off with Asuka. She defeated another local women's wrestler. Yeah, I love they're doing this each week now because it builds up her streak without, taking anything away from the rest of the women on the roster. They aren't continuously losing to her, but she has fresh competition to keep her numbers going up and up. Asuka is then named Team Raw for Survivor Series by team captain Alicia Fox. Also, the Manchester crowd in general was a huge win for me this week. They're, chanting, they're involved in all the matches, they're singing songs. I just love it. There's always great vibes when WWE is in the UK. Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe was a win for me. I never get sick of seeing these two go at it. I also like the double count out because, kind of like the Asuka thing I was talking about, it protects both guys going forward. They brawl it out after the bell goes, and they just keep going. They're separated eventually, and Kurt Angle names them both members of Team Raw for Survivor Series. Now, is this a good idea? Can they possibly get along in a team setting long enough to help Kurt out for, Team Raw? Or are they just going to completely disintegrate and fall apart and ruin this for everybody? It's going to be Braun Strowman, Kurt Angle, Finn Balor, and Samoa Joe, and Jason Jordan we find out later. Yeah, what's going to go on with this? Kurt has a lot on the line, according to Stephanie McMahon, so it's going to be interesting to see what cost him this match. I have a funny feeling he's going to lose. Maybe not, but either Jason Jordan's going to turn on him, or like I said, Joe and Finn just won't get along long enough. Something's going to happen. This whole thing's just going to blow out of control for sure. Bayley and Sasha Banks backstage win for me. Bayley's talking about if she becomes a member of Team Raw, the only hugs she's going to be giving out are hugs of consolation to Team SmackDown when they lose at Survivor Series. I thought that was really cute. They end up having a match where it's Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Nia Jax and Alicia Fox. And Alicia Fox taps out to Sasha, and then Sasha's named member of Team Raw. Noticeably, Bayley is not. Now, she looks pretty defeated when this happens, but you know what? There's one more spot left, and, you know, maybe next week she's going to get it. Who knows? Maybe someone stupid like Dana Brooke's going to get it. It's WWE. We never know. Oh, I loved Pete Dunne debuting this week. He took out Enzo Amore, but what I didn't like was the fact this just kind of seemed like a huge promo for the UK division being on 205 Live, and, you know, obviously good for a cheap pop when you're in the UK. Alexa's promo was a win for me this week. She's talking about Natalya. Natty had made some comments that Alexa Bliss was ran off of SmackDown, and Alexa's like, oh no, you know what, Natty was never champion when I was on SmackDown. I was 2-time champion on SmackDown. I'm 2-time champion on Raw. She asked Charlie, what's 2 + 2? And Charlie says, 4. And she's like, no, actually it's 1. As in one and only goddess of WWE. I just love her attitude, her swagger, whatever you want to call it. Just all about it. Really excited to see my 2 faves go at it, Natalya and Alexa Bliss at Survivor Series. Who's the better champion? Guess we're going to find out. My last win is Cesaro, and Sheamus become the new Raw Tag Team Champions. This is what I was talking about the New Day over on SmackDown. The New Day comes out and teases this whole Under Siege 2 thing. Kurt rallies the entire Raw roster to come out and, you know, defend Raw's honor or whatever. And it's all a big ruse. Yeah, the Bar takes advantage, screws over the Shield, and becomes the new tag team champions. So what's going to go on next week? That's what I want to know. Like I said about Jinder, are they going to get rematches? What's going to happen? Where does this leave us for Survivor Series? The matches have been announced and now it's changed. Will it change back? I guess we're going to tune in next week to find out. That's all for this week, you guys. Please check back soon for more Vera's View. I'm Vera for the WWFU Internetwork.